This is catinabox, which is a discussion of my experiences trying to make a standalone executable out of a catalyst application.
I had to have an obligatory modcat.
So yeah, the point is I want to try and distribute a catalyst app to end users in the form of a single file they can just download, run, it will start the server, give them a port number, they browse to it on their web browser, and it all works. So it has to be a single file with no dependencies, can't even rely on even Perl being there. So the obvious thing to use is PAR, the Perl archiving toolkit. Catalyst itself has got some support for PAR built in. So if you create a new Catalyst application, go into the application directory, edit the make file. There's an extra directive you can put in, Catalyst PAR core. There's also one called Catalyst PAR. But the idea of putting core in is that tells the builder to actually bundle in all of the Perl core modules as well. So it is truly standalone. So put that in, run your make file, and then that gives you a make target Catalyst PAR, run that, and then use PP, which is the PAR packager, to turn that into an actual executable. So you've then got a reasonably large file, but it is executable and you can run it. So try and run it. And it gives you this usage information. Because what it actually does is, within your Catalyst script directory, all of the Perl scripts get bundled into the executable, and you have to tell it which one you actually want to use. So the one we want to use, obviously, is MyAppServer to run the standalone server. So MyAppServer.pl, and it starts to run and then has some epic fail. Can't find home. Can't find the root directory of your application. So Catalyst starts, but with no files, it can't do anything. So why is that? Now, unpacking the PAR file, PARs are just zip files, so you can unpack it and actually look into it. All the application files are actually there, they're just not where it expects them to be. They're actually in the PAR temp directory in inclib, then your application name. So what I did to try and fix that was just copy the server to call it myappar.pl and put this in the head block of that so that it will see the PAR temp directory, set the home and config environment variables, and then make sure that directory is at the start of that inc. So now try it again. Now when you're doing this, making PAR files, it's absolutely vitally important that you delete the old ones before trying to build them again. If you don't, what it does is it sees, oh, there's a PAR file there, I'll append to it. So when I was first time I was doing this, my actual executable got to about 100 meg. I was thinking, it's just basic Catalyst test app. There is no way it can be 100 meg. So yeah, always delete first, and then we can start it myappar.pl, and it works. But it's not particularly user-friendly, because if you give someone an executable, they just want to run that one file, and that's it. So I wanted to just have it like that. Now, there is another directive that you can put in your makefile.pl, Catalyst PAR script. What Catalyst PAR script does is sets a default script file that will be run if nothing's specified on the command line. So if you do that, delete files, rebuild and run, you can start an application like that and it will run standalone server. However, that has another small piece of fail about it, in that if you use Catalyst PAR script prevents you from putting any command line options to your actual file. So you can't set the port number or if your app needs anything else. So trace this, and it's actually due to problem in module install Catalyst. Whereas basically what it's trying to do is if you set a default script, it will only put that default script in if your argv array is empty. So So I assume that the point of this is so that even if you've used that, a user can say, oh, actually I want to run the fast CGI process, and you got one more slide. But for my application, I don't think it's actually that important for users to override the default. I think it's probably more important to be able to support command line options. So I've changed that in module install catalyst, just changed it to unshift into argv. Now it works. We can start our app, we can set port. So I think what maybe need is either change in module install catalyst the behaviour of that directive, or alternatively add in a new directive that will give a non-overridable default, and that's for that.